I know I may really be going out on a limb on this one, but we're two intelligent people. I think if we could just put our heads together in this one, we should be.
This is Borderline Intellectual, a podcast where we explore real-life stories and discuss like intellectuals would. I'm Chloe Beaver. Today's episode isn't about breakups, but that's where our story begins.
Hello?
Hey,
What's up?
I have a quick question.
Okay.
So, do you remember how we broke up?
You broke up with me? You said there was some moon going on or something. Mercury. I mean, I guess I should have known.
Why should you have known?
Because you're a big astrology girl.
I was an avid believer in astrology and daily horoscopes. That's the moon and the Mercury he's referring to. And for a while, I surrendered all of my decision-making power to these astrological transits. In fact, I actually broke up with my boyfriend because my horoscope said to.
So that's why you broke up with me, because the internet said it's a good time to part ways. I didn't know that the astrology played such a big role. I just didn't think about that. I mean, I feel like, yes, there probably is some truth to that, but it doesn't have as much, it has as much power as you want to give it.
I gave the stars a lot of power. Even as the initiator of the breakup, I expected those feelings of confusion and instability after the fact. But in the aftermath, I'm struggling to process this deeper internal conflict, one that I didn't quite anticipate.
Going forward, are you going to continue that? Or are you going to try something different?
Fuck no. Trying something different.
Trying something different?
Yeah. I needed to distance myself from astrology to find clarity post-breakup. That's when I came across human design. Human design presented itself as the guide for making the correct decisions based on someone's unique scientific makeup. Could human design confirm that breaking up was the right decision at the right time for me? I sat down with Heather Matherly, a forest therapy guide living in Athens, Georgia. She utilizes human design in combination with her nature practice.
When I first had my child, I was going completely the wrong way. I was very interested on his sign. He's on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio, and I was literally trying to push him out. And I just could not. He was born at 11:21 p.m. So he's a Scorpio, and it's fine, and I love him. There is nobody that talks more than my child. So the first 6 months of his life, I was trying to quiet him. Shh, 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 shh. And he was very irritable all the time. I just could not get him to be a happy baby. And it just clicked with me one day, and I was like, well, God, why am I not looking? What is his design? I can't believe I didn't. When I looked up his design, I realized he's a self-projecting projector. I was like, oh my God, his voice is what he's here to do. I cannot quiet this. This is literally what he's here to do. It almost allowed me to accept him more, knowing that it was a part of his design.
In today's episode of Borderline Intellectual, we explore human design. What is it, where it comes from, and how it works, and whether it could help me figure out my personal life. I wanted to test it out. The world has its own way of programming us to do life the right way. So we convince ourselves that having a degree, a 9-to-5 job, a family, and a white picket fence, insert whatever, is the right way to achieve happiness. Human design says no. Strip away all of that social programming and look inward. Human design draws on astrology, Chinese I Ching, the chakra system, Kabbalah, quantum physics, and genetics, all with one goal: to free us from the external conditioning.
I would say at an early age, we have programming that happens to us. And then we have subconscious programming.
Science says that at the exact moment of our birth, little bitty energy particles are transmitted through our body. Human design takes things one step further, claiming that the exact date, time, and place of our birth uniquely influences the placement of those energy particles within the body, and the location of those energies, that's what forms our subconscious. Every individual is intuitively programmed to know how to do life in a way that's right for them.
I'm kind of a factual person. Like, I don't believe in fairies because I can't see them, you know what I mean? But like, there's something about astrology that just makes sense. And when you really think about the history of it, astronomy, you know, and astrology used to be one thing. Then they divided it. When you're really stripping it down, it is science. It is the planets. And you can't tell me that the planets don't affect people. I mean, we are 80% water, made up of water. And you're telling me that the moon doesn't affect? I mean, if the moon can pull tides in, and we're 80% water, I mean, you know. My dad always had the Farmer's Almanac growing up. It's like all about eclipses and when, you know, the moon cycle. And like, I mean, it is like legit, like deep rooted in astrology and, you know.
Agriculture is.
Yes.
Human design originated during one man's mystical experience in Ibiza, Spain. A capital V voice asked Alan Krakauer, "Are you ready to work?" Apparently he was, because Krakauer spent the next 8 days and 8 nights transcribing what the voice told him into a 400-page book. So either this guy was tripping on acid, or his experience was truly mystical. I can't say for sure, but when I think back to the 2 days I spent in Sfat, Israel, known to be one of the most mystical cities in the world, I think maybe he had a point. I journaled during that time, so I'll read an excerpt. These words are exactly as I wrote them during my trip to Tzfat. June 16th, 2023. Wow, honestly just insane these next 2 days. ... June 17th, 2023. IDK had to explain it, TBH, but I was like on psychedelics that entire morning. Like, yes, I was defo still tipsy from the Shabbat wine, but it was more than that. Maybe the dehydration and elevation and exhaustion from the lack of sleep, but holy fuck, I was truly in another universe. I wasn't under the influence of anything, except Sfat. In the right place, it's possible for a normal person to have this otherworldly experience. With information about the exact place, date, and time of a person's birth, anyone can go online and generate their human design chart.
Here, I'll show you this. You guys can't see this, but like this is your human design here. And so, you know, all of these numbers mean something, especially the ones that are, you know, illuminated. They're gates. These are different gates. And then you've got channels.
Centers, gates, and channels appear as colored or uncolored areas on the chart. The colored parts, those are supposed to be stable. They belong to the individual. The uncolored or white parts, those are easily influenced by others.
All of this is information about you. It's like incredibly, like I could, you know, if I delved in deep enough about you, I could tell you what type of atmosphere you like to eat in. I could tell you how you like to sleep.
And I want to clarify, ideal means not maybe what I enjoy like in that moment, but what...
Yeah, would help with your digestion. Like I have a friend who's a cold thirst, and I knew she was a cold thirst person through human design because every time I'm with her, she has like 6 drinks, and I see it all the time. I see the people with the 6 liquids, and I'm like, you are a cold thirst person, and you need 6 drinks at all times. I guarantee if I were to look it up, it would be there. But, you know, like I said, I'm telling you information. That person's always going to have those 6 drinks, but at least they know that that's part of who they are.
What if I want to explore beyond my beverage selection?
I really think that even if you just know your strategy and your authority and just focus on those two things, you could delve even deeper. I could do a 4-hour human design. This is just giving you the basics. And I think even just the basics can be life-changing.
Human design says that by utilizing our strategy and authority, we can align ourselves with the people, places, and things we were designed to attract. Heather says there are 5 energy types which ultimately determine one's strategy and authority. They are generator, manifestor, manifesting generator, projector, and reflector. Heather is a projector type.
I have a very small reservoir of energy. When we talk about energy types, mine is very low and very small. And so I have to be very intentional about how I use my energy and who I'm allowing to come in, because I absorb when we talk about energy types.
From her energy, she can determine her strategy type. Strategy is how we exert energy and exchange it with the people around us. Heather's strategy is wait for the invitation. She avoids burnout or disappointment by channeling her very limited energy where it's most effective.
The invitation needs to be right, and there's lots of factors for me that need to line up. Do I have the availability? Is it good timing? I will say this. Most of the time, I say no the first 3 times. I just say no 3 times. If they keep coming, then it's probably right. But if I get invited last minute, never. I'm never going to your party if you send me a text message the day of. No. Like, when people invite me to do stuff, I usually just not going to do it the first 3 times. And then if they keep coming, then it might be right. And then I'll choose.
Authority explains how we make decisions. It can help someone decipher what choice is right for them.
For you, and I wrote down a couple of things. So your strategy is to respond, but what you ultimately need to do is wait to respond, because you have an emotional wave. Okay, you're an emotional person. So your emotional wave goes up and down and up and down. So you have an emotional wave. And because you're a manifesting generator, you have a lot of energy and you've got a lot of things that are going to be coming to you, right? But because you're an emotional person, you act fast. You don't wait. And then you get frustrated because you can't finish or you can't commit or it's not right. So what I like to tell clients when I'm dealing with somebody like you with an emotional wave is to think of it like a pond, and you have a rock and you throw the rock in the pond. You got all these ripples. You need to wait until the ripples calm. Then you can make your decisions, because you have a tendency to make rash decisions and to act quickly, which is a good thing. It truly is a good thing, but it's not good all the time because it gets you in trouble.
Human design confirmed what I was already aware of. I have emotional waves. Except my decision to break up, that wasn't rash. I sat with those emotions to make sure that the choice wasn't made on impulse and that it was, the right one for me.
Wait to respond. You are here to respond. You are not here to initiate.
So that's why you broke up with me, because the internet said it's a good time to part ways.
I initiated. Yet there was nothing external to respond to. No fight, no indication from my then boyfriend that he was having doubts about us. The day we broke up, it was no different from any other day we spent together over the past 7 months. My choice to end things was right, but apparently the astrological timing wasn't.
What made you ask me those questions? I was just kind of out of the blue.
I think I've made a lot of decisions based on what astrology was telling me. So I don't know, it was just like a turning point, maybe. Should I really be trusting astrology to the extent that I do? And
yeah, no, you should not be trusting astrology to make major life decisions. No, that's not what you should do. I thought you knew that. If I have a really tough decision, I'll ask ChatGPT. They're pretty impartial. No, they don't tell you what to do, but it might give me some angles to think about it that I haven't thought about before.
Yeah. I don't think I considered all of the angles. Navigating emotions and decision-making requires us to consider all factors, not just the decision itself, but what precedes it and what follows in the aftermath. Human design might offer a framework to determine our energy, strategy, and authority to make the right decision in the right way at the right time, or it could just symbolize the need to look inward to find answers. Experiencing the breakup and understanding my design both acknowledge that, yeah, I'm already an emotional wave pool, so I can't throw myself in the deep end.
Whenever I meet with clients and I talk a little bit about human design, I'm never telling them anything they don't already know. I'm validating it. And sometimes just having that validation, we're like, oh, it feels so good, you know? It's like my son talking. It's okay. You're a talker, you know? I'm not going to quiet that.
Moving forward, I'm hesitant to rely on the stars for guidance. I'll try to base my timing on when the ripples settle. Heather Matherly leads forest therapy sessions in Athens, Georgia. Follow her for updates on Instagram at StayAmazed111. Today we explored our story through human design, and now I want to explore yours. I'm your host, Chloe Beaver, and welcome to Borderline Intellectual.
I know I may really be going out on a limb on this one, but we're two intelligent people. I think we could just put our heads together. I think if we could just put our heads together in this one, we should be